From the Oklahoman newsroom, this is an OU update. I'm Jenny Carlson. It's National Signing Day, and of course, as you talk about OU's signing class, you can't help but keep an eye just a little bit south of the Red River on what Texas is doing, and it's a bit of a haul today for the Horns. Jason Kersey joins us on the phone, and Jason, Texas was actually kind of languishing, if you want to put it into some pretty stark terms, down in the rankings of 30s and 40s the last couple of weeks. Now it looks like they've got a top 10 class. Is this opening some eyes in Sooner country?
Well, the couple of guys that picked Texas this morning, defensive tackles, were considering OU as well. So that can't feel good for Sooner fans. But I think that Texas is such a good brand, such a big brand down there. The kids grew up wanting to play for the University of Texas, and so it's not all that surprising that they're getting all of these guys. And Charlie Strong is a good recruiter. People forget that, but he is a good recruiter, and it may have just taken him a little time to get going. It always kind of does with new coaches, and he started putting in his time for these kids a couple of years ago, and it's paying off for him.
Yeah, Jason, I was looking back at some recruiting rankings, and the 2012 Texas class was considered the second best class in the country by some people, and we know that those guys would have been third and fourth year guys the last couple years. And Texas has struggled the last 2 years. So it's not to say that a great signing day class will get you over the hump, because I think a lot of people might look at this Texas class, Jason, and say, all right, but there's still this problem of scoring points. Is there hope that maybe the Texas offense has got some players coming in that can help, a quarterback perhaps? Is any of that sort of registering with you as you look at this Texas class?
They definitely need a quarterback, and they signed one, and that quarterback happens to be the younger brother of a former OU baseball player. So, and I think that guy's going to have every chance to come in and play, right away, based on what we saw last year from Texas quarterbacks. But I also don't think that it's realistic to expect Texas to win more than 8 or 9 games maybe next year. I mean, I think that 9 games would maybe even be pushing it, but this team is certainly on the trending up. I mean, last year they beat 2 top 15 teams. I mean, that's even though they didn't make a bowl, there's reason for hope there. And so, with the new offensive coordinator, a new offensive line coach, you never know what can happen. I mean, we saw OU make a pretty drastic turnaround last year, so anything can happen.
Yeah, definitely. So you don't win any championships on signing day, but definitely Texas turning some heads with the guys that they got, especially committing today on signing day. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.